Okay, so our next video in the MySQL series is going to be joins, self joins, left joins, right joins, the different types of joins and how they can work. So I've created three tables for this series of examples. Table A, B, and C. I've already run this query, and I'm going to leave this as a SQL file right here that you can just copy and paste directly into phpMyAdmin. So you go to your SQL tab and paste it in here, and then you can run this to create the three tables. I just want to look at the structure and the data that's going to be inside them for a moment. So we have table A, B, and C. All three of them have an ID and a name field. So it's just a bunch of names. Each one of them is sort of a set of names. In table A and table B, there's also an additional field, which is going to be an integer field, an unsigned integer. So this one's going to be the enemy. This one's going to be best friends. So each one of these names is going to have an additional number beside it. Same thing with table B. Each one of the names will have a number beside it. And these numbers are going to point back to the primary key inside of each one of them. So let's take a look at inside of the table A. We'll browse through the data for just a moment. So here it is. We've got 6 names. Each one has a primary key. That's the ID column. And then there's an additional numeric field. And what we're saying is that this number refers to one of these others. So whatever the ID here is, that's what this is pointing to. So Archer's enemy is Barry. And then Lana points to number 5. Cheryl points to number 4. Mallory points to number 3. Krieger points to number 2. So it's a self-referential thing. We're going to use this to do a self-join. Now, self-join is not a keyword. It's a type of join. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to select from the table A. We're going to take the ID. We're going to take the name, just like this. And if we want, we could also take the enemy field. So we can select all three of those things from A and just run that. Same data that we had before here. Now, to do a self-join, we're joining a table to itself, but the only way we can really do that is if there was another copy of the same table. That's what a join does. It connects two tables. So let's pretend that there's another copy of A. And we're going to do an inner join of A with A, but we're going to give a different name. We're going to call the second version of it something different, X. So all of these are coming from the first table. Then anything we do with X is going to come from the copy. So we have two copies of this table A. And let's get x.id, and we'll also get x.name. So we're getting 2 columns out of the second table and 3 columns from the first one. A.enemy and x.id. We want these things to be the exact same. We want these to point to each other. So that's going to be the on condition that we add here. We're going to say where A.enemy or on A.enemy equals x.id. And it's just the fact that we're pretending that there's these two different tables. That's how we're creating the connection between them. So if I run this now, here's what we get. The first 3 columns are from table A. The second ones are from table X. It's the same table, but this is the way it works out. So we've got Archer and Barry, Lana and Krieger, Cheryl and Mallory, Mallory and Cheryl. And we're matching on this these 2 columns right here. We're saying where the enemy matches the ID. And we're just pretending that there's 2 different tables. And we can do that by giving it an alias. Now, if we want, we can get rid of these other 2. We don't need to have those other 2 inside there. Let me just put them in a comment. So we're saying self-join. And we need to put a space there after the 2 hyphens. There we go. So now I'm going to have 2 names. And we'll give them aliases as person, as enemy. So these are going to be the aliases for them. There we go. So this is a self-join, a table joining to itself. You can do things like this with tables where you've got, let's say, a list of users in a company, and inside the table there's the ID for each user, and then there's another column inside the same table that says this is the ID of the person that user reports to. It's their boss's ID. So you can do a self-join like this to create that sort of information. Okay, so those are self-joins. I'm just going to quickly comment these out, and then we'll do left join and right join. So inner join I did on the previous video, but right now, actually I'm just going to paste in here some queries that I wrote earlier. Just one second. So instead of making you wait for me to type all this, there we go. All right, so we're talking about left, right, and inner joins. Now, left join, right join. These are the new ones. Inner join we've done. So I've put this one here as an example. We're going to be connecting tables B and C. So let's take a quick look at those. Inside column B, same idea, ID, name, and then there's a best friend column, and this one's a number. Table C just has the ID and the name. So this best friend, we're saying this is going to be a connection between this table and the ID over here. So we're saying this is our foreign key. Now, when we're doing the select, we are bringing in stuff from both tables. I'm bringing in the name from the B table, the name from the C table, and then I'm bringing in the ID from the C table and the ID that's going to match it from the B table. The way that this one works is, you'll notice that I've got the B written before the C, and the same thing here, the B written before the C. The reason I'm doing that is left join tells me I want everything from the table that's on the left. Right join says I want everything from this table. And you may think, well, we're doing joins, we're getting everything from both tables. But this is for situations where there may be values in one table or both tables that don't have a match in the other one. So I'll copy this for 1 second. I want to browse over to the data in B. Okay, here we go. So in table B, you can see that there's 2 of these rows that do not have a value. That means they're not going to have a match over in table C. Now table C has got 6 IDs, 6 names. IDs number 2, 3, 5, and 6 are going to have matches. This one has no match, this one has no match. So rows 1 and 4 over in table C are not going to have a match. So when I run this, or when I run all 3 of these, I'll just run them and we'll get to see the queries down below with the results. So here's the first one where we're saying left join. B left join C. So I want everything from B, regardless of whether or not it has a match. So in B, I got all of my values. In C, you can see there's 2 rows I don't have a match for, but I wanted everything to come up here, and it's just going to be null if I don't have a match. So wherever there was not a match for this particular row, it's just left as all nulls. That's what we get. And then for the right join, it's the reverse. For the right join, we want everything from C where there's a match. We will get the rows from B. Where there's no match, we just end up with nulls. So that's left and right join. You get the 2 tables, but sometimes there's values in one or both tables that there is no match for. And it's the order that you write these. B right join C means that I want everything from C. B left join C, I want everything that's in B, the one that's on the left. And then if we do an inner join, which is the one that we've done before now, with the inner join, We only get the ones where there is definitely a match. I don't get the ones from either table where there is no match. Okay, so that's self join, left join, right join. Gives you a little bit more information about working with joins. Hope that helps you. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I will leave a link to this so you can copy and paste it to create those tables. And I'll also leave you a link to the references for joins. And a link to the rest of the playlist for MySQL. As always, thanks for watching.